Welcome to the Kids Kingdom. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Press the bell icon.
Princess Cinderella had lived many peaceful years in the royal palace since the night her glass slipper changed her life. The palace gardens glittered with fountains, the halls shone with marble floors, and every morning sunlight spilled gently onto the balconies where she liked to read. To her people, she was a symbol of kindness and grace. But to Cinderella herself, she still felt like the girl who once swept ashes from a cold kitchen floor. That memory kept her humble. Yet, being a princess also came with responsibilities. The king and queen trusted her with solving many small matters of the kingdom, and though Cinderella always listened gently, she sometimes wondered if she was truly making the difference she wished to make. One crisp spring morning, while walking through the palace orchard with her friend, the head gardener Mirabelle, Cinderella overheard two young servants speaking worriedly. Something about a nearby village, a dry well, children walking miles for water. The words pierced her heart. After the servants left, Cinderella turned to Mirabelle. "Why did no one tell me?" she asked. Mirabelle bowed slightly. "Your Highness, you already have so much work. We didn't want to burden you with every village's troubles." Cinderella shook her head softly. "But this is not a burden. If the children of my kingdom are thirsty, then what purpose does my crown serve?" Without another moment's hesitation, she went straight to the king and queen. They listened carefully, then agreed to send a royal surveyor the next week to study the well problem. But next week felt too far away. That evening, Cinderella called for her horse and her cloak. She disguised herself in a simple blue gown, one that reminded her of her old life, and slipped out of the palace gates with only a lantern in her hand. Midnight was approaching, and the journey to the village would be long, but courage warmed her steps. The village of Brindlewood lay huddled between dark hills. Lanterns flickered in a few windows, but the central square was quiet. Cinderella walked to the well, a weathered stone circle with cracked edges. She tied her lantern to a branch and peered down. The well bottom was bone dry. Suddenly, she heard shuffling behind her. She turned, startled, only to find a little girl holding a clay jug. The child's eyes widened. Are you an angel?" Cinderella smiled. "I'm just a traveler. Why are you out so late?" The girl looked down. "Mama needs water. We walk every night to the river. It takes a long time." Cinderella's heart tightened. She knelt beside her. "What is your name?" "Lena." "Well, Lena," she said gently, "may I walk with you tonight?" Lena nodded eagerly. The river was farther than Cinderella expected. They walked past fields, across a tiny wooden bridge, and through a patch of moonlit forest. But as they walked, Lena began to speak. She told Cinderella about her friends who were often too tired to play, about the old farmers who could no longer carry water far, and about how happy everyone once was before the well dried up. Cinderella listened with the full warmth of her heart. These were stories she would never have heard sitting on a golden throne. At the riverbank, Cinderella helped Lena fill her jug. As she lifted it onto the girl's small shoulders, another idea sparked in her mind, simple, practical, and hopeful. The next morning, Cinderella returned to the palace, exhausted but determined. She gathered the royal engineers, the gardeners, and even the palace builders. Together they developed a plan to dig a new well in Brindlewood fed by a nearby underground spring, and to repair old waterways that had been ignored for years. Within a week, Cinderella traveled back to the village, this time not alone, but with a team of workers and supplies. The villagers were astonished at the sight of a princess helping lift stones, carrying tools, and wiping sweat from her brow without a trace of complaint. To her, work was not shameful, it was meaningful. After 3 days, water burst upward from the newly dug well, sparkling like silver in the afternoon sun. Children laughed, splashing their hands in it. Mothers filled their pitchers. The entire village cheered. That evening, as Cinderella rode back to the palace with dusty clothes and tired hands, she felt lighter than she had in months. She had not only solved a problem, she had rediscovered why she had become a princess at all. Not for the crown. Not for the castle. But for her people.